Any hope for the Dem in Tennessee tomorrow? Ho ho! You mean Afton Bane? Buddy, buddy, buddy. We've got more than hope. Things are actually looking pretty good.
Breaking a short time ago, Donald Trump and House Speaker Mike Johnson are hosting a last-minute tele-rally ahead of Tuesday's special election for a congressional seat in a deep red...
That's how you know things are dire. When the president and the House Majority Leader are last-minute canvassing to shore up their potential for a Republican winning in Tennessee 7. That's how bad things are looking right now. Oh my God.
Part of Tennessee. It should be a safe get for Republicans. But according to a new Emerson College poll, Republican Matt Van Epps and Democratic...
Isn't making telecalls pretty common? In Tennessee 7? No. No, not typically. No. No, normally they would take a Republican win in Tennessee 7 as a, nah, we got it. Nah, it's fine.
State Representative Afton Bane are in a very heated race. Van Epps leads Bane by just 2 points within the poll's margin of error. Trump won the same district by 22 points just last year. Joining us now, Tennessee State Representative Afton Bane.
Yo!
State Representative, thank you for being with us. A lot of people seem surprised the race is this close.
Remember, PV's with her. Look, even if Afton Bane loses, if she loses by like less than 10 points, that's still insane. You understand? Even if she loses by less than 10, like if she loses by like 6 points, that's still an overwhelming shift from the results in 2024. Again, it's the water table, okay? It's the water table. 4 p.m. alarm. Yeah, I had to remind myself of something. But what I forgot is I took care of it before stream started.
Are you surprised?
No, I mean, the only reason this race is competitive is because Tennesseans are feeling the pain of what's happening in Washington. Republicans and their billionaire friends are spending millions in a seat that they should be able to win without thinking. And if we flip this seat in an R+22 district, it sends a message that the Republicans need to get really serious about making healthcare more affordable.
I'm sure you've heard a lot about healthcare. When you've been talking with voters, what are the other issues that are rising to the surface?
We have a crisis of affordability in the state of Tennessee. We have the highest cost of groceries in the country. We have people, voters in the district that are driving 2 hours to access health care. Things are not okay. Things are really dire. And I think voters in the 7th Congressional District are looking for a candidate. And throughout this campaign, I've always said, I don't care who you voted for. I don't care what political party you belong to. But if you are upset about the cost of living and the chaos of Washington, then I'm your candidate.
Part of the big news, of course,
she does look like she's
Speaker of the House hosting a tele-rally for your opponent. Do you think that's good news or bad news for you?
I think it means they're desperate.
Man, it sure does suck that there's no Democratic leadership to shore her up. Can you imagine Chuck Schumer doing a tele-rally for Tennessee 7? Oh, my God. I'm sure it would be beneficial to candidates in the DNC if they had remotely popular and effective leadership. Christ. Remember Kamala Harris? What was her like star tour? Who was she campaigning with? It was like Meghan McCain. Bill Clinton gave that anti-Arab speech in Michigan. That was good. Liz Cheney. Yeah, Liz Cheney. Oh, man. They bring out the best.
And fraught with the onslaught of attack ads against me. The only reason that they are putting out all the stops is because they don't have a plan to tackle the healthcare issue and the affordability crisis. And so I'm not surprised that they are calling in reinforcements, but I see their teletown hall and I raise them 10,000 doors that we're probably going to knock this weekend.
I want to hear what it is you're hearing from voters on the other side of those doors, because that is, you are correct, the real work. What does it tell you, though, that it's a tele-rally, that they couldn't get their butts to Tennessee?
I don't know. Perhaps they want to keep some distance between this incredibly unpopular candidate that they're running, who is my opposition.
Tuesday phone bank at 5 p.m. ET with PV Vaush. We're at 45,000 phone bank calls so far. Yo! You telling me you PV people were doing stuff when I was on vacation? That's crazy. I have no object permanence or theory of mind. I thought that when I closed my eyes, the world vanished. Patriots are in control. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's very, very good. PV doing more than your party? Well, that's a low bar, but yeah.
It is Election Day in Tennessee tomorrow, a special election for Tennessee's 7th congressional district. This is a heavily Republican district. So why are Republicans having to spend so much money there? CNN chief data analyst Harry Enton is here with the details. When I say this is a Republican district, Harry, how Republican?
It is a ruby red Republican district, John Berman. What are we talking about? Well, why don't we just take a look at the past 3 presidential elections in the great state of Tennessee, in the 7th district, in that great state. Look at Trump's margins. In 2016, he won it by 17 points. 2020, 15 points. And then in 2024, Johnny B, takes the cake here. We get Donald Trump winning by 22 points. That's why I say even a close GOP win tomorrow is a bad sign for them, because what we're dealing with is a district that all 3 times that Donald Trump was on the ballot in the general election, he won it by double digits. And last time, he broke the 20-point margin barrier.
I would say if you had to look at the congressional map, any district that Donald Trump won by 22 points, you would say, no, you've got like nearly a 100% chance of winning if you're running for Congress there. But what are the prediction markets saying right now?
Yeah, what are we talking about in terms of the prediction market odds? Look, the Democrat has a 15% chance of winning in that race, okay? A 15% chance, which ain't nothing in a district that Donald Trump won by 22 points. But here I think is the key nugget on this side of the ledger, and that is a GOP win by under 10 points. There's a 68% chance of that. So there is a more than 2/3 chance that the Republican candidate, yes, they win, but they win by a significantly lower margin than Donald Trump. We're talking about double digits, smaller. We're talking about a huge, huge shift to the left. We're talking about, when you add these two together, we're talking about a more than 80% chance that there is a clear double-digit shift to the left, and a 15% chance the Democrat actually...
Cannot overstate how enraging it is for me that we don't even talk polling anymore. Source Kalshi. That's all we get. Did I rant about gambling and how it's degenerate yesterday? If I didn't, I'll do it again today. Did I? I feel like I did. Yes? Okay, good. Betting markets on everything now, man.
Wins in a district that Donald Trump won by 22 points. That just shows you how bad the environment is for Republicans right now.
Talk to me about what the special election has been showing so far.
Yeah, okay, so you see this and you say, okay, this might just be a one-off in Tennessee. It's a December special election. 25 House special elections. Dems outran Kamala Harris. We've had 5 so far. Arizona 7, Dem outran Kamala Harris. Florida 1, Dem outran Kamala Harris. Florida 6, Dem outran Kamala Harris. Texas 18, Dem outran Kamala Harris. And in the suburbs of Washington, D.C., in Virginia 11, the Dem outran Kamala Harris. And on average so far, the Democrats have been outrunning Kamala Harris's margin.
There is a genuine possibility that Afton Bane wins. Even if she loses by a narrow margin, massive shift to the left. The fact that there's any possibility at all of a Democrat winning in Tennessee 7 is insane. And if she does win, the House ekes ever closer to a 50-50 deadlock.
By over 15 points. So what the prediction market suggests would happen in Tennessee is not something that's happening in isolation. It is happening all over the congressional map.
Okay, so when you see something like this, what does history tell us about what ultimately happens?
Okay, so you see these and you say, special elections, what do they matter? Well, take a look to the midterm that happens down the line. You go all the way back since over 20 years ago. What are we talking about? Special elections and midterm results. When a party outperformed in special elections since 2005, 5 out of 5 times they went on to win the House of Representatives in the next midterm. So what's happening, what's likely to happen tomorrow in Tennessee, what has happened across the congressional map is likely not to stay in 2025, is likely to push forward and be very good news for Democrats come 2026.
Watch these margins tomorrow night. Republicans are a little bit jittery. Harriet, and great to see you this morning.
To see you.
Thank you.
The ad break during the football game in Tennessee 7 was crazy. Wait, what was it?
Tennessee's choice, Matt Van Epps versus Afton Bane. Van Epps wants 3 things: cuts to health care benefits, more tariffs driving up costs, tax breaks for billionaires. Afton Bane wants one thing.
Afton Bane has been on it with the advertisements, by the way. Remember, she was the one who had the riding bull. You remember that one? That was a pretty good advertisement. She's been doing a good job with the whole act like a chud, think like a woke dichotomy.
To lower your costs.
This is a super PAC, not her campaign. Okay, fair. But, you know, I know they're not supposed to, but the super PACs and the campaigns do communicate a little bit. You know, they wink, wink, nudge, nudge a little bit, you know. Said she's got, okay, the 30-second Riding Bull ad was from her, but yes, I'm just saying, overall, the media atmosphere has been...
She fought to end the grocery tax. In Congress, she'll stand up to both parties to make life more affordable.
Smart.
Want more of the same? That's Matt Van Epps. Want someone who'll fight for you for a change? That's Afton Bane. HMP's responsible for the content of this ad.
In Afghanistan, the radicals shot at us. So these radical attacks now, piece of cake.
I'm a very radical person.
On December 2nd, you can stop this radical disaster. The Democrats' radical agenda, opposing tax cuts, pushing higher taxes and higher prices, and new taxes that would crush working families. Tennessee can't.
Did this really need this music? This is insane. I understand that Republican voters are low IQ and this kind of fear-mongering stuff works on them, but like they're layering like I feel it sounds the way like in Signalis when an enemy is chasing you. It sounds like I'm running through the locker room and there's two red dots like chasing after me with a limped gait. You know, it's the like 17 violin strings all crescendoing at once.
Afford their radical agenda.
I'm Matt Van Epps.
Signalis mentioned vague slop forever. You're not doing that to Signalis, okay? Signalis is vague gem. Signalis is vague Kino.
And I approve this message because I'll fight for America. Always have, always will.
Meet liberal Afton Bane.
I'm a very radical person.
Bane not only joined and praised defund the police liberals, Afton Bane bragged about harassing law enforcement.
We're bullying the ICE vehicles and state troopers.
Worse, Afton Bane supports permanent sex changes for minors.
I ran on protecting trans children.
If we don't vote, they win.
I'm a very radical person.
Vote December 2nd to stop radical liberal Afton Bane. Conservatives for American Excellence is responsible for the content of this ad.
Last year, with prices soaring, politician Afton Bane voted against the largest tax cut in state history. Liberal Afton Bane voted for higher tax.
I'm so fucking happy that I don't watch television, man. Jesus fucking Christ. Oh my God.
On top of higher prices.
I'm a very radical person.
That's not just radical, it's stupid. And this year, Afton Bane backed more tax hikes that would cost Tennessee families thousands more.
I'm a very radical person.
We can't afford radical liberal Afton Bane. So vote by Tuesday, December 2nd. MAGA Inc. is responsible for the content of this advertising.
I'm Afton Bane.
Okay, here's the one I've seen. This one's actually from her.
We all know the system is rigged in Washington. Here's how it works. Politicians make it easy for their rich donors, tax cuts for billionaires, and burying the Epstein files, while hardworking Tennesseans get a rough ride by cutting health care for Tennessee families, doubling health insurance premiums, and tariffs that hurt our economy. I'm Afton Bane, and I approve this message. Vote December 2nd to shake up Washington.
Actual sports. Okay, we got to actual sports. Okay, so somebody is saying this was the actual... Here's the ad break before the Jaguars-Titans game on Nashville CBS affiliate WTVF, all political ads. This was actually the layup somebody got. This was actually what it was like. Me enjoying my sports ball game. Like Clockwork Orange beamed the entire Tennessee 7 congressional race directly into my... I thought it was a compilation. Me too, until I realized. I didn't read this part. I just went to the video. I thought it was a compilation. This was just what people were experiencing.